My brothers play for a local football team and I started off being the boundary umpire. When they didn't have enough players, that's when I was allowed to play. So I got to fill in and I was probably about 8 years old when I was able to pull on the jumper and actually get around, run out and get a kick. So yeah, it was good fun.
When I was still living overseas, I heard about the women's circus in Melbourne. I always liked doing things and using my body, so I thought maybe, and I was coming from my artistic background as well, so it looked like a combination. Always liked ropes and tying knots as a kid and climbing the trees.
I was working in media and started just doing boxing fitness classes, and I was walking along the river. It was very sort of cinematic, you know, walking along the river on my way to work, and just out of the corner of my eye I saw this woman showing another woman how to box. And it turned out that she was a world champion kickboxer plus a competitive professional boxer. So it's sort of like, oh, actually, it's a possibility to do it. When I started, people were still saying, or should women be allowed to box? Can you imagine people saying, should women be allowed to do something? It's kind of like, it was just incredible. And the anxiety about breasts and, concern about health and safety and chivalry, supposedly, about protecting women was sort of overplayed so much.
I knew that it was different for girls to play those sports, but I was pretty determined not to worry about it too much because I loved playing them. It's really great to see that young girls now have those opportunities that we once didn't have.
Coming into a community like this is just amazing. It just became, the circle of people you knew came just very quickly quite big.
Footscray is traditionally a very working class area, and boxing was a big part of that, of the culture, like 50 years ago, even 30 years ago. You have to be disciplined and practice and all that, but you can sort of free-form it, like you improvise when you're in the ring. So you've got these kind of set pieces that you practice, but you have to make snap decisions, snap creative decisions about how to move and what to do when you're actually sparring.
The aerialists, they're not really interested in how it's rigged. They're really happy to be able to rely on someone like me that they can say, well, I just can go up and then it will be fine. There is a trust there, and I think there has to be a big trust.
As a club, we place a really big emphasis on the culture that we create, and so we've got lots of new players who have come to our club over the last few years, and our ethos is that we want to be a place where they want to come, where they feel included, where they're valued, and you make lifelong friends here. It's always a good time. We have a laugh, we play a sport that we love. It's a home away from home.
Never told to do circus. I think it's an amazing tool. You can do whatever you want with it. You can be as much involved or as little as you want. Now I'm not really performing anymore, but I'm taking much more classes. I think it's still very valuable to have it as a women-only space, because I also do not think there is that many around. Of course, you need to love what you do. Learned over the years and to relax a little bit more into it, which is good.
Being able to go out and run around with your friends and really work hard for success, there's no sport like it. I'd just recommend just get out, give it a go, and you never know where it'll take you.
We, the people of Maribyrnong, declare our commitment to a community where opportunities for success are equally available to women and men, where our mothers, daughters and sisters live free from the cycle of violence, where their thoughts, ideas and opinions are heard and respected, and their choices and goals in life celebrated and supported.